And we're live. All right. Hello. Welcome to Beaverdale Books and our open mic night by Poetry Palooza. I'm excited to be here tonight. How are you guys feeling?
Wonderful.
I love that. Today's first day of spring. We all are like, oh my God, I can spread every muscle that has been frozen for the last 2, 3 months, 4 months, however long. So I'm excited to be here. Also, thank you guys. We said this earlier, but I want to get on record of us saying thank you for being here during spring break, the first most beautiful day of spring, and March Madness and all the other things that poets apparently don't think about when scheduling an open mic. So thanks for filling the room. For those who don't know me, my name is Kelsey Bigelow. I'm a poet based here in Des Moines, and I am a member of the Poetry Palooza committee, and have had the joy of hosting this open mic for over 2 years now.
I think so.
Time flies, and it's just always such a fun night. This is a super casual space, if you hadn't already picked up on that. And we're just going to share some poems. It doesn't have to be your own. It can. Let's be real, it probably will be, but it doesn't have to be. So if any of you who haven't signed up, they're like, I'm not a poet, or I don't want to read, you can share poems that are not yours. Please give credit, but you can get up here and share anything that's on your heart. Do you guys mind if I kick us off with a poem?
Nope.
All right. I was trying to figure out what to read, and I just couldn't decide anything. So we're going to read this month's Poetry Potluck poem. And for those who don't know what Poetry Potluck is, it's a fun project that I do with my friend Caleb, where the first Monday of every month our audiences on Instagram give us random words, and then by that Friday we write a poem using those words. And then we open it up to the audience to write a poem by the end of the month, and then every year we publish them in an anthology. And it's a fantastic writing prompt, really fun exercise. Every month, Caleb and I are like, why do we do this? Because we get weird words. I say all of that to say that if you hear weird words in this poem, it's not my fault. It is my fault because I asked for it, but the words came from my audience. And there's a lot of words this month, so I'm not going to go through the list and like definitions because we'd be here all night. But this was February's Poetry Potluck, so no, March. What month are we in? This is March. Just bear with me tonight, okay? I wrote really long lines. Okay. How to go no contact with a kindred spirit you've fallen in love with. Step 1. Recognize your presumptive understanding of their capacity. Just because they're showing up does not mean they're also ready to bring flowers. Step 2. Mention their chiaroscuro behavior and ask if they're ready to bloom or if they're needing time yet. Step 3. Regret asking. The answer will bring inhibiting levels of clarity. Wish you would have stayed in the state of low-dose hormesis. Step 4. Sever the soul tie in a lengthy, heartbroken message. Step 1. Sit in the echolalia of their voice saying that you brought peace to their life. Wish you were still sitting with them. Step 1. Choose forgiveness for their inability to choose that peace. Step 2. Bask in the love you have given yourself. Choose your splendor and dress in crimson to celebrate. Step 3. Have an abundance of acrous and jasmine cocktails while celebrating. Step 1. Send them a text, where the peroration clearly states how much you love and miss them. Step 2. Take an antacid. It can't fix a subluxation of the heart, but it'll at least help the hangover. Step 1. Read their response. Feel your love strengthen. Step 1. Remember your self-given boundary. Hide away proofs of your relationship and become a homebody. Step 2. Force yourself to stop picturing a betrothal. Step 3. Paint watercolors of your own bouquet, full of lilies, tulips, yarrows, and lilacs. Throw in some Abels for the hell of it. Appreciate your art. Step 1. See a blizzard report for their city. Send them a text too full of yearning. Step 1. Drain your phone battery, scrolling the photo album you still have saved. Feel the warmth in their sidereal eyes, the arcuate of their smile, the tan wadmal coat that they wore everywhere. Step 1. Read their response. accept that you may never have an anechoic heart. Step 1, accept that there is no timeline in these steps. Step 1, accept that you may never know a final step. Step 1, accept that you are taking instructions from an unreliable narrator. Thank you. Did you notice all the weird words?
Yeah, there were a lot of them.
Come on in, grab a seat. We got a few seats in here. Also, anybody want on the list? You want on the list? No? Cool. Okay. You might? That feels like a... Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get you in a sec. All right. Are we ready to dive into the list?
Let's do it.
All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go out of order, so don't worry about where you signed up. That doesn't matter. With the exception of Maggie, who already told me, don't make me go first. Okay, fine. So I'll go out of order, and then depending on where we're at with time, which I don't know, we have kind of a full list. If there's time, we'll go through again. But we do want to wrap up around 8. What time are we at now? Yeah, because that's when the bookstore closes, and I don't want to make them stay all night. It's Friday. So, why not? Because it's Friday. I'm, like, nice out. All right. Is anybody, like, just ready to go first? Sweet. Okay. Hey, Lou.
Why did I know you were...
Because I love making a veteran go first.
Okay.
All right. Let's welcome Lou up to the mic.
Hi, my name is Lou. I write very sporadically, and I arrive very sporadically. But I guess I show up enough that I get the first bullet. So this is a poem kind of inspired about this pursuit of health in a place that is inherently unhealthy. It's called Born of the Soil. I spit rocket fuel. I cough coal dust. Every unhatched egg and tumor inside of me has a name, and I love all of them. When I get cancer or pregnant, whichever comes first, it will be euphoric. The one guarantee of my life come to fruition, my inherent potential made manifest. I contain the souls of every roach shot out of my parents' old shower head in Galveston and drowned down the drain. My veins burn like the Ohio River, my muscles sizzle and contort to the rhythm of my stomach, built Ford tough on a steady diet of pig shit and pharmaceuticals, so I can save money on hallucinogenics by making them myself. Make sure my big brain never stops working, putting that effort to find new ways to break my knees and fill my third shoulder with cortisol so I can carry the world's weight. My cartilage is begging to dissolve, every part of me is a pressure point, and even with my blood glowing through the tint of my skin under a black light, my body is still not American enough because I know exactly what it is.
Wow.
Thank you.
Give it up again for Lou. I mean, yeah, you're a veteran to this mic, but you're also just a veteran to mics in my mind. So, thank you for going first. That was real. Thank you. All right. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca, you want to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's welcome Rebecca up to the mic.
Thank you. This is so fun because mine's also about a body.
Oh,
this is we're really our own one.
We have a theme.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can. Okay. So this is called I Once Had a Body. I once had a body, a great beast of a thing, sturdy and safe. Till one day I grew hungry. I bit into my thumb, gulped and felt the dull thud in my gullet. Next forefinger and ring, next wrist from radius, next brittle hair strand to pick me from my teeth. Still, I hungered. Blood is so sweet on lip. Molars, baby ducks in a line as mother gut cradled them close. Fatty breast, bitter nerve, glorious and haunting, and not enough. Soon eye and brow stroked my cheek and ate that too. Finally, I licked myself clean. And when that ran dry, I swallowed my tongue whole. It wasn't until after, myself nothing but a phantom limb and shadow, did I remember how good it felt to be held.
Oh.
Yeah, give it up for Rebecca. Anyone else got a body poem? Okay, I'm just kidding. You don't have to be on theme. It's fine. I don't know that one I do. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Let's keep her moving. Hey, Maggie, you said 3, so that's 3. You good? Ready?
Yeah,
okay. Let's welcome Maggie up to the mic. One, yeah. And then if there's time, later.
If you've been here before, you've noticed that I'm not sitting in the red chair. I've got vertigo, and it's just really hard to walk and stand up straight.
Next time we'll move the
Without
red
tipping
chair up
over.
here.
Huh?
Next time I'll move the red chair up here. Okay.
Okay, my first one. Can you hear me? I can. Okay. Cleaning Day with Edgar, an unfinished poem. While upon a gloomy morning, while I struggled to arise and wander over and in, around and through many a stack of this and that, left to linger evermore, gathering dust and even more nicks and knacks, till suddenly I hear a rumble, no, a grumble, building to a grand encore. From my tummy I can hear it, hunger signals hushed, I listen barely, hearing nothing, nevermore. But wait, there again, the rumble, grumble, building in intensity. This building till I halt my wandering self in the kitchen, gritching at the stack of dirty dishes. Nearby an empty coffee pot, an empty tea kettle sits, beckons, teases for morning duty. Within there lies answers to many questions. Do dirty dishes first, eat second, make more dirty dishes.
Give it up for Maggie. Maggie, I always love your poems. Always make me chuckle. Thank you.
It did? Okay. It's unfinished.
I like it.
There are about 5 more pages.
All right. Hey, Elise. Did I say that right? Elise. Let's welcome Elise up to the mic.
I wrote this for my grandma Betty, and it's called The Farmer's Wife. What was it like to hold 5 babies in your belly and know them later as people? What was it like to wake with the chickens, catching their eggs before they knew they had laid them, every day without an alarm? Just to wake and know what has to be done, because no one else will do it. What was it like to fix a million meals with colonial white bread, butter and jam jarred on a wet summer night, wiping sweat and dead mosquitoes away? Excuse me, wondering what it would be like to sip champagne in Paris. What was it like to lose the man you knew as home, to cook his last meal without realizing it was his last? What was it like to sway in a rocking chair that knew the gentle curve of your hips, wood bending for old age, and apple pies consumed year after year? What was it like dancing to the quiet music of a broom on hardwood floors, swish, 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 and dip, and the clock tick-tocking and dip again, reminding the hours there is still life between the little and big hand? What was it like to scrub every inch of the farmhouse over and over again for 50 years, memorizing, like a poem or psalm, the cracks and ridges that only you knew? What was it like to walk the rows where the corn grows like a green, green wall and loneliness has no sound? What was it like when the sleep wouldn't come because it was just too quiet to sleep? What was it like on your last day? You said, I have been blessed to know all of you. What was it like not to know it was we who were blessed, even though we would never know what it was like?
Oh.
Give it up for Elise. Thank you. That was lovely, and thank you for the prompt, because now I'm going to write a poem for my grandma based on what was it like. And now I'm going to sit with that, but I have to run a show right now. So, okay, we're going to write that down. What was it like? Okay, I love that. I love when I get prompts. Thanks, guys. Okay. All right. Hey, Jerry, you want to go?
Sure.
Let's welcome Jerry up to the mic.
What a startling crowd. You know, they say a good reading is when you got more in the audience than you have on the reading list. So this is good.
Yeah.
Okay, a poem with probably a little bit of introduction in it. The first line I borrowed from Midwinter Day by Bernadette Mayer, so credit where credit's due. Wednesday. Like a man of 80 winters who will keep strange choices, plastic bread bags, fading Christmas cards, worn and frayed old shirts, matchbooks and business cards annotated with names and phone numbers, cryptic hooks to remember what? His years tell him everything has a purpose. Rescued quilts and afghans, old clocks to be wound each Sunday, watches to be wound each night. Cottage cheese containers and kipper tins, washed and neatly stored, old radios and vacuum tubes, names and words that float free from mind's attic, paintings on walls and looking for walls, book stacks he has read, greater stacks that are unread. These and more gather in the nooks of a house decades older than he. Like a man of 80 winters who lives with memories and ghosts, uncertain which intrudes into his morning as he takes a sip of jumpstart coffee, slices tomato and avocado for toast, and stares into one more day.
Thanks, Jerry. And thanks for giving credit where credit's due. Not everybody does that, so appreciate it. All right, let's see. Hey, Emily, you want to come on up? All right, let's welcome Emily up to the mic. Here's a cord. Yep, there you go.
Sorry, some assembly required.
All the time. Let me know how I can help.
Just had the realization today I haven't read in 15 years.
Wow.
Well, thanks for coming.
All right,
Oh.
you are going to be
Yep.
over, yep. This way. Over to your right.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the mic.
Watch out for the cane, that'll trip her.
I really trip myself. Not saying never. Going back to the body theme.
Oh,
Okay. Call it anything but a journey. Call it a saga or call it a saga or voyage or even an extended calamity that sounds like an old-timey get-together instead of the disaster that it is. Please, but just please do not make me have a cancer journey. People on cancer journeys inspire us with their elegant endurance. They suffer so we can remember that life is short and precious, or at least not that bad. No, I will have a cancer road trip, because then I can pound corn nuts and Dr. Pepper and wipe Cheeto dust on yesterday's sweatpants. I'll flip off one bad driver and cut off another. Along the open highway, pissing behind a bush won't seem out of place. People on cancer journeys never piss. Let alone shit themselves. I'll get a few great sunny afternoons to roll down the top and let the wind through my hair. I'll sing along to the radio, proudly belting Rock the Cat Box instead of Rock the Casbah. When I run out of gas, I'll sputter to a halt 30 miles down the loneliest stretch of gravel road ever graded, under an unrelenting rain. And I'll pound the steering wheel, sobbing for an uncomfortably long time. Eventually, I will pull myself together, wipe my nose on my sleeve, and call whoever it is you call in situations like this. I'll move forward again, not so much wiser or stronger, but with clearer sinuses. Unfortunately, this is where my metaphor stops being cute, where my sarcasm can no longer protect me. The ugly truth is, this journey has no destination. Only a very literal and cliche dead end. But yet, somehow, in spite of everything I've ever learned about myself, I still have an aching need to continue driving. I have still a desperate and incurable hope for more road.
Oh.
Give it up again for Emily.
Woohoo!
Thank you for sharing and being on theme. That was wonderful. All right. We got 2 more on the list, which means we could possibly do another speed round before we wrap things up, which is nice. Hey, Daniel, you want to come up?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's welcome Daniel on up to the mic.
I knew you was gonna have me follow that too. So I'm not really a poetry guy per se. Writing, it's always something that I wanted to do, but I sing. So we'll blend a few different things into the words. But this is called Heartbreak Ceremony. Tell me that you want me. I know it gets lonely. Lonely lover. Lonely lover. Lies are what you told me. So I fade away slowly. Lonely lover. Lonely lover. Lonely lovers. Trying to manipulate time, asking to recreate the moment they met, they first loved, and never said hi. I love you, and this moment is necessary to say our goodbyes. Lonely lovers, on this cold afternoon, pondering what being whole feels like again. I never knew that loneliness was a moment of clarity, imagery, walking down the aisle, envisioning you standing in front of me, getting to the moment of I do's, looking at your face and knowing you're in love with someone else. Heartbreak ceremony. I would have never given you my pain if I knew you would throw it all away. Even when we are close, you still feel so far away. I've been getting no sleep. Heartbreak ceremony for the lonely lover. Lonely lover.
follow that and then did that.
Yeah.
Okay with the voice. Give it up again for Danielle. That was great. All right. Hey. Okay.
You got this.
Faithiana.
Faithiana.
Faithiana. Okay. This. I'm gonna fix. Okay. Faithiana. Let's welcome Faithiana up to the mic.
Thank you for adjusting the mic because I'm not tall.
I'm not.
I write a lot of slam poetry, so hope you guys are okay with the slam poem,
Always.
especially an ode. So this is called Ode to the Unseen, the Unbelieved, and the Unapologetic. I come bearing truth, not in a wheelchair, not in a cast, not in the shapes you were taught to recognize as real. I should not have to show you my journal of medical notes for you to believe me, for you to believe my diagnosis exists. My pain does not become valid only when it performs for you. And when I disclose, when I place something tender in your hands, the proper response is not, I never would have guessed, or you don't look disabled. That is not the compliment you perceive it to be. It is a reminder that your imagination is narrow, that your empathy requires visual proof, and that you're mistaken invisibility for absence. Disability is not always loud, not always limping, not always legible. Some of us carry it in our nervous systems, in brains that burn bright or bruise easily, in exhaustion sleep does not heal, in pain that learned how to smile back. All brains are beautiful. All bodies are beautiful. All abilities are beautiful. Say it until it rewires you. Because society keeps asking disabled individuals to adapt, to bend, to translate ourselves into something palatable, to mask and mask and mask until even the strongest crack. And masking can't be forever. Even steel fractures under enough pressure. Stop applauding resilience when what you're really praising is survival under neglect. Don't just say, I teach my baby to love your baby. Breathe it, embody it, build it into sidewalks and syllabi and systems. Love looks like access, love looks like funding, love looks like staying in the room. This obsession with normal keeps others permanently on the outside, pressing their faces against a glass they did not design. It wasn't long ago disabled people were sent to a separate schoolhouse. And even now, resource rooms, special education, pull-out services still remove students from classrooms instead of removing barriers. Programs meant to support disabled individuals are underfunded, understaffed, undersupported because societies quietly decided our lives were less investment. And then there are the rules, the fine print of survival. Love, but not too legally. Earn, but not too much. Marry and risk losing care. Work and risk losing stability. A system that tells us independence is the goal while punishing us for reaching it. A society that tells us, how disabled are you really? Every time we choose joy, every time we dare to thrive, hear this. Difference is not deficiency. Accommodation is not charity. Inclusion is not optional. We are not broken versions of you. We are whole versions of ourselves. Visible, invisible, and valid. Thank you.
Give it up for Faithiana. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. All right. I looked at the time and then I forgot.
7:32.
Thank you. Okay, great. So what we're going to do now, because we made it through the list, first of all, anybody who hasn't read, feeling inspired, want to get up here? This is your chance. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. One of these days, Alice, Jan, I'm going to get you. All right, so I'm going to just go straight down the list as you guys signed up and ask if you have one more piece to read. So, hey, Maggie, you got one more you want to share?
Yeah.
Let's welcome Maggie back up to the mic.
This is political.
Oh.
Just want to warn you.
Those are my favorite.
Well, stay with me and you'll figure it out. The mystery of the closets. We all have at least one closet. Some of us have more clothes than space. I could fill at least 4. Mine could be designated historical, current, wishful thinking, and hand-me-downs for others. I think of the hours spent digging through them, searching for the answers to my dilemma. What goes with the faded jeans? Black jeans, brown jeans, navy jeans. I have a variety of t-shirts, long, short-sleeved, every color of the spectrum but one. Pick one. I know it'll be pale lemonade, yellow, neon sunlight, navy blue, maybe greenish blue, or violet purple, but it will never again be blood red.
I see what you did there, Megan. I see what you did there. Hey, Jerry, you got something else you want to share? Sure. Bring one more back up. All right, let's welcome Jerry back up.
Got time for a couple of short ones instead of one longer one?
Yeah, I'm gonna time you. Just kidding. But I love it.
All right. I don't like long poems. They're too much trouble to keep track of. Illusions. We will them into being, feed them through the years into tangible confirmations. Force the large and small details to remain long past the windows of realization until lost, abandoned, sold at yard sales, estate sales, donated, thrown away. How long we hold the threads that tie us to our dreams. And, a little poetry class. When she asked, silent fingers rotated her cocktail glass on the small table. The question in her eyes as they looked up to mine. She wanted to write poetry, asked if I could tell her how. Only 3 things are required, I answered. Something to write with, something to write on, a deep desire, a need to write. Epitaph. There'll never be a complete anthology of my poetry. Too much has been scattered about the world, written on beach sand and bar napkins, sparkling window frost, and traced on soft skin.
Thanks, Jerry. Do you want to read something? No? Okay. I'm just checking. You just walked in, and I'd like to make sure. All right. All right, let's keep her moving. Hey, Lou.
Yes.
You got something else you want to share?
Yes.
Come on up. Let's welcome Lou back to the mic.
All right. This one is about sort of a distant friend who died, but their co-star account still runs and gives horoscopes for them. So that's about that. That's called Co-Star's Horoscope for My Dead Friend. The stars say today that my friend is an Aries and that they want me to tell them all of my secrets. They have a crush on their long-term partner, and they're in the heat of their pursuit of their best life. The stars say they currently don't have any health issues. Not the ones you remember, anyway. And they have long since finished their master's degree. Not to mention, they're returning the money they held from you for rent, and they want to apologize for how things ended. Didn't need to be like that. Actually, the stars say that they're talking with Aretha Franklin right now. She personally told them that they're the most beautiful creature in the whole wide world and that she finally has competition. There were tears in her eyes of relief, and she nearly broke their hands with how hard she grasped. That finally they could vacation together on the Nile River, just as the stars said they would. And when the stars tomorrow come through, they will be in Aries, and I will see them skinny dipping in a lake in Kansas, just as the stars said they would. Just like I thought they told me.
Give it up for Lou. CoStar really does just linger around, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can deactivate your account when you die, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird situation.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Emily, do you have something else you want to share? Yeah? All right, we'll welcome Emily back up.
Over here. There you go.
Perfect.
Okay. Oh, and then I didn't. I lost it. Oh, nice. There we go. Okay. This one is a love poem of sorts. It's called Zoomorphic. The walls haven't fallen in on us. The monotony of monogamy has yet to do us in. But that doesn't mean that we won't still stumble, harnessed to each other, and a sled loaded down with everyday dishes and extra bed sheets. Though I would pull anything to feel the solid heat of you. Drag it all into the wilderness, pretending that the tracks that we trace belong to creatures not eaten or beaten or frozen, just beyond the next ridge. Because I'm a lemming? Because I'm a cow? Because I can't stand alone in the tall grass without shaking? Keep pulling, my love. Our hooves will cut into the snowpack without question or deliberation. We shall molt and never speak of our old skins again. We can feed on our neighbors, our drapery, our placentas, our young. We will grow strong and survive, or be the last to die, burrowed in for the winters, muzzle to muzzle, flank to flank.
Wow.
Give it up again for Emily. We love love. All right. Hey, Elise, do you have something else you want to share? All right, let's welcome Elise back up.
Perfect for today. It's called The Sadness of Spring. There's a certain sadness to the spring, beginning again, graduating from winter, only to wake in muddy kindergarten, learning the lessons of root systems and chrysalis, how even the most beautiful leaf will brown and fall, year after year. I'm exhausted by the robin, splashing in her bath, as if to say, look at me, smug and hopeful, look at me. Is it that she is new to all of this, the tug of worms from earth, buried and asleep just for her? She's a teenager of seasons, doesn't know what it took to come to this. The buds come, heads pointed up, agreeing with the decision, it should begin again. If only because it always has. They can break through anything, I'm told. Cement and mortar, through steel buildings they crawl, up stop signs, poking tendrils, announcing, nothing can stop me, I am here.
Oh.
Give it up again for Elise. That was lovely. Thank you. I also totally forgot to ask any of our readers, raise your hand if this was your first time on a mic ever. Okay. Now raise your hand if this was your first time at this open mic. Nice.
Hey.
Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. I love that. Okay. We got three more folks. Hey, Rebecca, do you got something else you want to share? I do. Okay. Let's welcome Rebecca.
actually a rough draft.
Nice.
I like throwing them out at open mics, seeing what sticks.
Same.
Yeah. So this is called Savior Complex. Your friend is an addict and you cannot save them. Your friend is an addict and you blame yourself. It is easier this way. To cradle the harm inside of you so they need not witness their own fracturing. You take after your mother. You look at your friend, who is an addict, and see your father, the addict. You remember being young and the time you took a Nerf water gun to his pack of cigarettes. How you knew it was more than just cigarettes. Just like how you knew it had more to do with hurting him than helping him get clean. How it still tugged at you when he didn't. How you cried that he was sick and it felt sincere. And you will wonder who all the saving is for.
Oofda. I never considered the Nerf gun. Dang, where were you when I was younger? Okay. Thank you for sharing that. That was very beautiful and very real. Yeah. Hey, Faithiana, you got something else you want to share? Yeah. All right, let's welcome her back up.
So this is a little bit more of a humorous one. This is called Autistic Friend User Manual. I come with subtitles no one else can see. In a crowded room, voices stack like browser tabs. 4 jokes, 3 side quests, and someone asking about the weather. And I'm still buffering the first discussion point. You've leapt to punchline number 6, and I'm politely laughing at number 1. Sometimes I don't get the joke. Sometimes I am the joke. If so, please at least make it clever. Processing for me is not a straight road. It's a scenic route with toll booths and a goat crossing. But by the time I arrive, you've already ordered dessert. Meanwhile, does anyone else hear the printer's high-pitched existential crisis? The clock ticking like it's diffusing a bomb? The fluorescent lights performing their tiny electric opera? No? Just me and the electric opera again? I collect details the way some people collect coins. You trimmed your hair by ½ an inch. You switched shampoos. Your left eyebrow is slightly more confident today. And you can count on your autistic friend to notice. We are the human spot the difference game. It is both a gift and a curse. I may miss your sarcasm, but I will never miss your new haircut. And emotions. Oh, emotions. Yours arrive in me like weather systems without warning. Your sadness presses against my ribs. Your joys light up my spine. I don't just sympathize. I synchronize. When I answer your story with a story of my own, it's not a competition. It's a bridge. I'm saying I've been somewhere like that. Let me meet you there. Sharing my interests, the niche documentaries, the historical footnotes, the hyperfixation of the month, that's me handing you the keys to my kingdom. If I tell you everything about deep-sea isopods or medieval baking techniques, it means I feel safe. Please admire the moat. I will pebble you with small treasures, a rock shaped like your laugh, a meme at 2 a.m., the snack you mentioned once in passing 3 years ago. I am hyper-aware of your needs. Did you eat? Are you cold? Is your smile ½ a centimeter lower than usual? I brought something, just in case. I overshare because I want you to have the full map of me, the back roads, the awkward roundabouts, the scenic overlooks. Masking is an Olympic sport no one applauds. Eye contact, sustained. Laugh, timed. Volume, adjusted. Hands, still. Brain, on fire. By the end of the day, I peel myself off like tight shoes. And sometimes, when the noise stacks too high, when the lights buzz too loud, when the rules keep changing without sending the memo, there is a meltdown. There is not drama. It is not manipulation. It is the circuit breaker flipping. It is every uncried tear and unscreamed scream arriving all at once. It is emptiness and too much feeling at the same time. And afterwards, burnout settles in. A hollow quiet where even my favorite things feel heavy. But here is the other truth. I love with blueprint intensity. I care with forensic precision. I remember your coffee order, your childhood dog's name, the way you go quiet when you're pretending you're fine. I may lag in conversation. but I do not lag in loyalty. If I am your autistic friend, you have someone who will notice the small change, hear the small hurt, bring the small gift, tell you too much truth, and laugh eventually at the joke, even if I need you to explain it first.
That's great.
Give it up for Bibiana. That was so lovely. And also, please admire the moat.
Yeah. That was
Perfect. I love that. That was great. Thank you so much for sharing. Dan, you got something else you want to share? No? No more voice? I'm just kidding. It's okay. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your work.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Daniel tonight. All right. Then, do you guys mind if I share one more thing?
no.
I thought Jane said, no, don't share.
No, I don't care. I don't mind.
For the first time in our friendship. Oh, gosh.
Pull her up.
Buddy. Pull her up. Okay.
She asked.
I did. Okay, so before I share this poem, I'll close out with the poem. Let me tell you some things that are happening, because I need to remember.
Good idea.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
This is the part where we promote what's happening around town. So, which is first? This is first. Okay. Well, first, if you are trying to find more poetry that's happening in the community, there's so much happening all the time. I say that, and I'm like, I'm part of a lot of it. So if you, first of all, if you find anywhere on social media the Iowa Poetry Network, we are promoting all of the poetry events that are happening around town, which remind me now, I need to add your open mic to that list. Yes. Because now I'm remembering. Yeah. So obviously April is National Poetry Month. There is stuff happening all month, everywhere. So find the Iowa Poetry Network, and you'll see a ton of stuff, including on April 16th and 18th we have the annual Poetry Palooza Festival. It is free and open to the public, and it is one of my favorite festivals every year. We have a phenomenal lineup. We have Martina Spada, Kimberly Blazer, who's a former Wisconsin Poet Laureate, Jewel Rogers, who, if you have not seen Jewel Rogers perform, you are in for an otherworldly treat. She is the Nebraska State Poet. We have a phenomenal Iowa poet, Kelly Lage, who is, like, massively published. Like, her website is just a long list of publications, and she's a high school English teacher up in the Mason City area. And then we've got the return of Jennifer L. Knox from Ames, who is hilarious. It's going to be a great weekend of workshops, performances, a panel, there's an open mic, and then the Iowa Poetry Association Poetry Slam Finals, where the top 12 poets from across the state are competing for championship, will all be happening during this festival. There are bookmarks up at the register. And then, save the date for May 2nd for the annual Des Moines Book Festival, now hosted by Beaverdale Books. Oh my gosh, these headlining authors, you guys. We've got, I'm going to say some wrong. We've got Rainbow Rowell, who's the author of Cherry Baby. We've got the Iowa celebrity Art Cullen, Julie Murphy. Oh my gosh, I just realized wait, you guys are doing are you screening Piowa?
Yeah!
If you guys have not seen the Piowa documentary, yes, pie as in pie, Piowa, it is a wonderful documentary. I absolutely love Beth Howard. She's phenomenal, and it's a really great film. And then Taylor Wolfe as well. But Beaverdale Books Festival, or Des Moines Book Festival, what are we calling it? Des Moines Book Festival bookmarks are also up there. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. So those are some things that are happening. All right. So I've got one last poem I want to share with you. If my phone doesn't recognize my face, apparently. A goal of mine for 2026, I don't often do resolutions, but I do like a phrase for the year. And this year I'm trying to find my joy again. And so I'm trying my best to read poems about joy. And so this poem is titled, "What is My Joy?" Merriam-Webster defines the noun joy in these 3 ways. 1. A state of happiness or felicity. I never cared what this state looked like for me, only that it would eventually exist. I spent nearly 3 decades just surviving, never safe enough to desire anything but breath each day, never knowing that I could define my felicity, believing I'd find it in how others described. But I'm learning I was never going to feel it by molding myself into someone else's dream. I'm learning joy lives among the healing and that I'm safe to experience it now. 2. An emotion evoked by well-being, success, good fortune, or the prospect of possessing what one desires. Like my 8th grade English teacher who taught me that her joy was found in the rock she carried in her pocket. She painted the word on it to show me how to pull smiles out of hard things, and taught me that we can create our own joyful reminders and that good fortune was possible for me simply because I existed. Or like my dad, and how he taught me that joy sounds like laughing in a Tuesday night Dairy Queen as the clump of ice cream melts in my throat, or that joy sounds like his real laugh, like it's been timid but eager to be heard, and how in those moments we are both whole, how genetically tied laughter acts as our prospect of possessing what we desire. 3. A source or cause of delight. I've been learning that my joy is poetic in how it connects me with my people and myself. That the cause of my delight sounds simple, yet is the fullest story I have in me. My joy looks like friendship bracelet summers and walks around the lake, like walk-in tattoos with my best friend and taking myself out on dates, like soft kisses and the eyes of someone who knows me, like the pasta dough rolling out under my fingers, the keys on a piano releasing with the weight of each note I play, and the clay spinning under my hands as I let myself create for fun. My joy looks like sharing my random thoughts and playing in the rain, like eating snacks at the pool with a good friend and finally drinking enough water, like spontaneous nights out in the city or staying in to play games, like driving the long way home with the windows down and a 2000s throwback playlist, like waking up to fresh coffee on a Saturday morning, sitting at home alone, finally feeling everything I wished for and realizing I no longer need a dictionary to answer the question, what is my joy? Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll post about when the next one is.
Yeah, we will.